How's it going, wrestling fans? Guy on the internet who doesn't like reviews here, bringing you something I haven't brought you in, I don't know, 2-3 weeks or whatever, but a Raw review. And I want to say this about this Raw. It was okay. Okay, not okay. It was a Raw. It was kind of boring. It had one good segment, which was a New Day. The New Day pretty much was the best part of this Raw. Everything else was just, well, it's wrestling and it's not bad, but it did nothing to move me. So it starts off with a long, drawn out promo, like always. We're TNA does it. No. I'm not even throwing the TNA fanboy stuff in here. And I'm not a TNA fanboy because I watch a lot of other wrestling. But either way, so now TNA starts off with wrestling, so now starts a promo. Every time with WWE, they start off with a long drawn promo, but this time with just Seth Rollins by himself, and he's talking about this statue that he has, or it's been stolen by Sting or something like that. Sting pops up on the screen, and he's trolling Seth Rollins, and he's going to destroy the statue. Which well, I'll tell you at the end, it made no fucking sense that Seth Rollins didn't find him. So, after that, Shane Moose comes out, and he's telling Seth Rollins, look, if you get past John Cena, if you get past Sting, you got a third match, possibly, with me, because I got the Money in the Bank briefcase. Don't forget about that, because with WWE, I always got to put the Money in the Bank briefcase in your face, always. Just always. We can't let people forget that I have the Money in the Bank briefcase, blah, 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 blah. And then Seth Rollins leaves or whatever. And I think there's another segment either happens after the first match or after or before, where he talks about they need to have a plan with Stephanie and Triple H about what's going to happen, because he has two matches one against John Cena for the U.S. title and one against Sting for the world title. And he's asking Stephanie, what's Triple H's plan? What's Triple H's plan? Triple H comes behind him and says, we're going to have a plan. It doesn't matter because you're the man. You're going to prove to everybody that you're the man. But we're going to do this right here also. We're going to put you, our corporate champion, in two matches tonight. One against Ryback, the big guy, and one in a 6-man tag where you will team with the New Day against the Primetime Players and John fucking Cena. What? Why would you do that? Like, is it authority faces now, and Seth Rollins is a heel? He hasn't. What is that? Anyway, so the first match is Sasha Banks versus Paige. Pretty okay match. Nothing really to complain about, okay. Sasha Banks ends up winning the match with a roll-up because her other team bad members came into the ring while Paige was about to apply the PTFO. And let me see, then you had Ryback backstage talking to Renee, and then Kevin Owens said something to him about don't bite off more than you can chew, possibly setting up an Owens versus Ryback feud. I look forward to that. So Kevin Owens is getting more and more into that Kevin Steen stuff that I love. That troll, I don't give a fuck, like me or not type of character. So that's cool. Then you have the match, Ryback versus Rollins. Best match of the night. But yes, I want to say it. Yeah, best match of the night. I like Ryback. I like Seth Rollins. The dynamics of the two fit well together. Sting on the Titantron distracts Seth Rollins, and it allows Ryback to hit, a roll-up. Yes, Ryback pins the World Heavyweight Champion. It's nothing really surprising because Seth Rollins loses all the time, and he's worse than 2014 Madness. Yes, I said it. I said it. And then Sting gets on the Titantron again. He's trolling. He's like underneath the statue, and then he pops down. Then he puts a mask on the statue. I know, right? Let me see. Oh yeah, and then you get who was it? I think it was Randy Orton. Randy versus Sheamus. Again, I don't know why that match continues to happen. That match has been going on since maybe 2012. Maybe. Is it? Was it? Anyway, it's been going on for far too long. Why? Why do we keep having this Why are they so obsessed with Randy Orton versus Sheamus? Why? I mean, it's not. They don't have bad matches. It's just they always happen. Why? Why do they always happen? Oh my. Anyway, decent match. Randy Orton ends up winning with an RKO out of nowhere. Okay. Then another match. Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. I really like this tag team, by the way. I really like this tag team they're doing. Sort of like a Shield Part 2 reunion tour. They should be the ones that win the tag team belts off the New Day. I'm just saying. Versus the Ascension. The Ascension just now got some life pumped back into their veins, adrenaline style with now they were Stardust in the Cosmic Wasteland. And guess what WWE does? And they're all their brilliance. Have them job out in like 2 minutes to Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. Woo! Classic. I mean, they didn't have Stardust run where Stardust helps the Ascension. Nothing. Just nothing. Okay, that's cool. I guess so. Whatever. Then you had this whole backstage thing of Dolph Ziggler and Summer Rae and Lana and Russo, the Love Rectangle. Ooh, it's like TMZ. Summer Rae went to Dolph Ziggler's locker room. And then like they had this segment where Summer Rae's like apologizing to Rusev, blah blah blah. Dolph Ziggler comes out, and then they have a fight. Nobody cares. Oh yeah, after the Randy Orton Sheamus thing, I almost forgot about this one. Like backstage, it was Ambrose and Ambrose and Reigns not really talking to Orton, but they were just like sitting beside each other. Then after the Sheamus match, Randy Orton gets attacked by the Wyatt family, which kind of doesn't make any sense because the last time, like, they were like, okay, the last time Randy Orton had any interaction with any one of those guys, he was a bad guy and he was shitting on those guys. So, like, okay, what was the last interaction? Yeah, Randy Orton got beat, or did he? Yeah, I think he got beat by Reigns, and now he's cool. Like, that's what I'm saying. WWE, they have no continuity with the characters. Like, I hate to keep bringing up to you. I hate to do it. But I have to rub in you fanboys' faces. There's some continuity. Like Eric Young and Byru, they remember each other, but they don't like say, oh, you know, when one turns good guy, bad guy, or I think Rude and Storm have that's a better one. When they change good guy, bad guy roles, they don't forget what each other did to each other. They're not friends. They don't like just, hey, James Storm, you want to hang out and just be backstage, back together and blah. No, that fucking, why would that happen? Why is Randy Orton even trusting Roman Reigns? Why, and vice versa? Why would that even happen? Why? And then they beat up Orton, and I guess maybe Orton's going to be the third tag team partner with Ambrose and Reigns against the Wyatt family. I was thinking maybe it would be better for Baron Corbin or Samoa Joe, but whatever. It's WWE. They do stupid shit like that all the time. Dudley Boys versus Los Jabadores. You like that, don't you? Los Jabadores. Short match. El Cerrito gets slapped because he was trying to warn one of the Jabadores about walking into a 3D, and then he walks into a 3D, and then the other bull guy starts beating up El Torito, and then they put him through a table. So I guess maybe El Cerrito would join the Dudley Boys because it's WWE. I mean, whatever. There was also a segment where New Day, after Rollins got beat up by Ryback or pinned, New Day just stole the show with that segment. You gotta watch that segment where they were just like going around Seth Rollins. Oh, Seth, don't you be sour. Best part of the show. Best part of the show. Cesaro versus The Miz. Okay. Nobody really cared. I'm still a Miz fan. But then it's weird how they ended. Miz is beating up Cesaro on the outside. Big Show comes down to fight Miz. Miz runs away to the crowd. Double count out. And then Big Show, who has no beef with Cesaro, just walks by, fuck you, and punches him out. Cesaro has lost 7 or 8 matches back-to-back on television and on pay-per-views, and now he gets shit on by the Big Show. I see where you're going, Vince. I really do. I see where you're going. Gotta wrap this up because I only got 4 more minutes. Charlotte versus Nikki. Nikki Bella comes out and talks about her title reign. Next week she's going to be the longest reigning champion. But Charlotte and the rest of her cronies come out with whatever, and they say, Charlotte says, look, I like parties, blah, 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 blah. You invite me, blah, 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 blah. But next week, I told the authority that I don't think she said that she wants to forego her pay-per-view match, but she said she wants to ruin the party by getting a title match. So I guess, whatever. She's going to face Nikki Bella next week for the Divas title to try to stop Nikki Bella from being the longest reigning champion. But from what, Paige lost and all that, right, it's obvious Paige is either going to turn heel. I seriously doubt that Nikki, with their hate of CM Punk and AJ Lee, that they're going to stop Nikki Bella from becoming the longest reigning champion. It'll be impossible. I mean, I seriously doubt it would be a shocking moment, but I don't think they want to do that. It might put Charlotte as the Divas champion sometime down the line, or maybe at Night of Champions, but not when it means scratching out AJ Lee from the record books. I seriously doubt that one. Anyway, Charlotte and her other 2 people, Becky and Paige, fight Team Bella, and then she puts Nikki in the figure 8, makes Nikki tap out. Yeah, okay. And then you get the 6-man tag, Cena and Primetime Players versus Rollins and New Day, a.k.a. Kofi and Biggie. So real quick, got 2 more minutes. Have you ever noticed that Xavier Woods is the only guy who ever gets beat up, or all the time he's always made it look like a joke? He never defends the tag team titles because he used to work in TNA and WWE hates TNA as guy. Anyway, it's true. Samoa Joe, he beat Barry. Watch what happens when he goes to the main roster. Anyway, man, I mean, it's a 6-man tag. I mean, we never seen a 6-man tag in WWE. Ooh. John Cena ends up winning the match, of course, by hitting Kofi Kingston with a AA or whatever, because fuck it. The Prime Players are the most over people in WWE, and of course John Cena has to. And then Seth Rollins, whatever. Real quick, I got 1 minute. This is where it gets stupid. So Sting comes back on the Titantron, and then he gets on the Titantron, and then he turns the light on, and he's by a trash truck on the outside backstage. So all the time, Seth Rollins, you were looking for this guy, but you didn't think to check the outside parking lot where a fucking huge trash truck was, or you didn't know that, hey, the backstage area, bro, the lights off back there. I wonder. So Sting puts his statue into a fucking trash truck and rides off like the Joker in The Dark Knight when he was in the police car. And that's how the show ends. WWE fanboys, please damage control for that being a good show. Please. This is tea, by the way. This is herbal organic tea. Passion fruit. Please. I want to see those damage control comments, please.